Alright guys, so I'm bored, so today we're going to be installing the new set of BC Racing BR Series coilovers that we got in for the Z06 for Brandon's vet. He's at work right now, he left today, you know, just a normal day. He probably didn't expect me to do this. I don't know if he's going to be upset that I'm doing it without him. But yeah, here, let me put this on. We have two hands. Alright, so BC Racing. We finally got them in the other week. We just were too lazy to actually come and put them on. So this is one of the rear ones, yes. I believe. They look really nice. They look built very well. And then this is front. No, come back. It's gone. It's leaving. It doesn't want to be any part of this. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to get this thing jacked up and get the wheels off. I almost forgot to break the lugs loose before I jacked it up. Don't do that. So I'm going to start by just popping off these two bolts on each side that mount it up here. These two and these two. Alright, so we got, once you end up dropping all this out of the way and get your upper control arms off on both sides, you pretty much just push this down and pull the leaf spring to one side and the other side will just fall out. And you just shove it back in and it just falls right out. Alright, that's hand tight at the top now so that it won't fall through. Alright, so that's pretty much it. So you pull it out, upper control arm comes off, top bolt, bottom 2 bolts come out, end link gets disconnected, brake caliper comes off, and that's pretty much it. These, I mean, leaf spring as well, you know, you drop the upper control arm, push it down both sides, it'll fall right out typically, but that's pretty simple. So I'm going to finish up, tighten up this side. I'm going to do the same thing and just finish up the other side, and then we'll jump to the back. This side, of course, you have to remove the coolant reservoir to get to the top bolt for the front ones. The other side, it's easily accessible right there, but this side, unfortunately, it's right underneath the reservoir. So I'm going to start with trying to hopefully just take these couple fasteners off for this, and then just kind of move it to the side. If I have to take this, I'd just rather not deal with draining the coolant. Alright, so I can sit that there. Should be alright like that. And now I can access this one as well as the one in the same spot on the other side. Alright, so the back was a little bit easier. It was just the 4 at the top of the upper control arm, just like the front. Then the 2 bolts at the top of the shock, and then 1 long bolt nut through the bottom of the shock. And that was about it. And then I just compressed it by hand enough just to get enough space just to pull it out of its spot. And that was really it. Now I just got to do the other side and get this leaf spring out the rear as well. So let's get it done. Alright, well, install's done. It took about 2 hours by myself, 2.5 hours. Not too bad. Everything was pretty simple between doing these top 4 bolts, the one under the bay right there at the top, and then the 2 down there at the bottom on the sides of it, and then the end link on the front, or the bottom one. And then, I mean, besides the 4 bolts on the bottom for the leaf spring removal, this was pretty simple. And then as far as the backs, you got the 2 at the top, and then you've got the 1 big one down here on the bottom, and same as the front, these 4 for the upper control arm. And then that was pretty much it. Pretty simple. Now I'm going to get this thing down on the ground, see what it looks like. Hopefully Brandon's not mad I did this while he was at work. Alright, well that's going to do it for today's video. I'm going to go, well, probably cut grass and then take a shower. But, like I said, Brandon has no idea that I already installed this stuff for him. So, I put the stock suspension back in the BC Racing box. And I'm going to put that back on the kitchen table where these are sitting. And then I think when he gets home, I'm going to ask him if he wants to come out here and install them finally, since it shouldn't take too long. And just mess with him a little bit. But here it is. She's all done. I'm sure he'll come out here and play with the ride heights and get it all set up the way he wants it. But the hard part's done, or most of it. So, just figured I'd get a little bit of it running before I back it out and put those cars back in here so they'll never know. It's so loud. Open them up, Brain. We gotta start the video.
Get out here.
We got some new BC Racing coilovers. Gonna put on the Corvette.
Let me just open the box. The box. Did you already put them on?
What is that, Brandon? What is
You
that?
already put them on, motherfucker.
What's in the box? Oh, those are nice, ain't they? Those,
You must have been real bored.
those are real nice, Brandon. Look at you, all dressed up to go work on the car.
You motherfucker.
Brandon, what are you gonna do now?
I guess I'm gonna go tighten the oil pan down so it stops leaking oil everywhere.
Yeah, no.
Here, you're over the asshole.
You never noticed the leaf spring sitting in the corner?
No. I don't look at things out here. I just walk past it.
You didn't even notice? Brandon, I did this yesterday before I cut the backyard.
You must have been real bored.
You remember yesterday I was like, hey, we gonna put your coilovers on?
So it's already done yesterday.
It was done yesterday before I cut the grass. It took like 2 hours. I started like noon, I was done at 2.
Where's it? Oh, they're over there.
Well, that's the coilover install, it's done.